your TV sounds funny in the evening, you're watching live from Studio 6B on Real America's Voice.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night. God, hold on a second. It's Thursday night shirt night. That's right. Thursday night shirt night because it's the only shirt that I have that matches the doll that I got. So it's Thursday night shirt night, as I always do every Thursday night. And I do wash the shirt at least once or twice a month. So that's good to know. I only wear it a couple times a month, so there you have it. Real America's Voice, Dish Network, channel 219, Pluto TV 240, 1175 on Samsung TV Plus. We're also on the Roku channel, Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire Select TV, channel 106. Also, if you're listening in the Long Island metropolitan area, I make it sound much bigger than it is, 103.9 LI News Radio. If you're tuning us in your car, or you can listen online at linewsradio.com. Also, follow us on all the socials. Rumblers in the Rumble chat, the YouTubers, the Facebookers, the Twitter Xers, the Twixers, Kick Getter, the Getter chat, and of course on Instagram at LFS6B Show. Like and share, like and share, like and share, as Paul likes to say, so we can beat those algorithms. How is everybody tonight? Exactly. Paul Nolan is here with some news. Yeah. Kevin Downey Jr. makes a return. Hello there, Kevin.
How are you, sir?
Very good. Great that you could join us. He did double duty. He was on this morning for his own show. Now he's here for us tonight. And then Vinnie Mac, checking in from West Palm Beach, sunning his buns down in the Florida sun, checking in from the West Palm Beach studio. He'll also be covering some news as well. Gentlemen, how are you tonight?
I'm good. I had a very productive day. It's all him. So I'm just gonna say it. I've just been blessed and with another fantastic day, and I'm so happy to be here with you boys tonight.
All right, very good. So Paul Nolan, he's got some great stuff we'll be covering. We'll dive into some. We're gonna go down some rabbit holes tonight, I think. I foresee it in our future. I think it's gonna happen. Yeah. Kevin Downey Jr. of the Kevin Downey Jr. Radio Show on 103.9 LI News Radio, of the Kevin Downey Jr. Comedy Tour that he does comedy, and the stylings and his writings that you can find on PJ Media, PJmedia.com. Kevin, how are you, my friend? Welcome back.
I'm lovely, thank you. I'm having a lot of fun. I've been watching videotapes of blue-haired gorgons screaming at ICE officers. You can almost smell the cat urine when these ladies show up to screech. And man, oh man, it's nothing but entertaining. And I'll tell you, I saw the best thing today. I saw Pete Hegseth and J.D. Vance get approached by one of these troglodytes and just start laughing in her face. And it was beautiful, just beautiful. And I thought, yep, it's great. It's never going to be this good again. I live every day like it's my last. But you know what? It's always better the next day because Trump's full of surprises.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, let's face it, the ones that they're laughing at are always the screaming white liberal ladies, isn't it?
The white knights.
Yes.
The white, get out of here! Stop saving black lives!
They can't save themselves. They're too dumb and weak, and we're so superior.
Exactly. It's almost like the slave owners, they want their slaves back, but they can't have them.
Yep.
So we've got some great stuff with Kevin. He'll be chiming in throughout the night, of course. And then Vinnie Mac. Vin, how are you down there in Florida land?
Oh, I'm just lying in the sun all day, relaxing, got the copper tone on. I can smell your shirt from here, though. I think it's Shirt Thursday. You know what I got here, by the way? Ted Nugent left his hat here.
Really?
And I got it.
And you put it on. There's no way that's Ted Nugent's hat because your head is very small. That would mean Ted would have a very small head. I've seen Ted up close. He's kind of a big dude.
Yeah, look, the hat was in the makeup room, and I wasn't getting any makeup, just so you know. But
are you sure that's not Are you sure that's not one of those male cheerleader hats?
It might be. I believe the Minnesota Vikings have some of those. So
yeah.
No, it's. I think it's Ted's hat, and I decided let me bring it in here. Maybe I'll wear it.
All right. Well, how things? Anything catch your attention today that you want to make sure that we touch upon?
Oh boy, I mean, today was a crazy day. There was just so much news.
So much.
I was hearing a lot about the Clinton Foundation, stuff coming more out of there. Trump's tour of D.C. I mean, you know what's funny about D.C.? You guys are just talking about it. Not even funny. It's just kind of pathetic. Is everybody protesting to the point you were just making is white, And then they go and interview the black people, and they're like, hell yes, clean it up. I got carjacked last week, and hell yes, this happened. And I got mugged in front of Target. And the people they're interviewing don't even live there.
No.
It's the irony is insane.
They get paid to show up. Yep. That's the paid protesting of the left, the non-organic white liberal that has nothing else to do. Maybe average age 78. Right? They gotta kind of stroll into town.
You're being generous.
I heard the best thing to do for them is just ask them, so where's your husband? And it makes them freak out.
You know, the Rent a Riot, it's like a Rent a Riot kit. They pay you like $300 to go, and they give you Preparation H and and orthotics. So it's a joke. These people they're just ridiculous.
Complete joke. But as Vin was saying. Fake. There was a lot of breaking news that happened. I think it started at the beginning of the day. And let's get to the biggest story of the day. I think you'd all agree. Trump wins again, right? Am I crazy here?
He's undefeated. He clown slapped both of these idiots, Judge Engeron, or however you say the mangina's name. I'm not really sure. And filthy, dirty Tish James. Oh my God. She tried to make a comeback. See her little. The squabbles, trying to say something. I was just cheer. I literally went, yeah. It's such great news.
Yeah, especially when you think about like this was kind of the case that almost. And Damon's going to say it. No, it wasn't close. I think this had the potential to swing, or it led to me thinking he's got a chance to swing New York. Almost got New Jersey. Because it was right in our backyards. Mm-hmm. It was on TV every day. Even you see all the comments from liberals and Democrats going, "Yeah, we kind of knew this was a fake lawsuit that they were trying to get him on."
Yeah, and you know what? Everything that is involved with this lawsuit flies in the face of the Constitution. The Constitution was written to thwart this kind of thing, and it happened. And I was going nuts, going, why are we letting this happen?
Right.
This is absolute crap. Absolute crap. And remember, she ran on, I'm going to get him. I don't know on what, but I'm going to get him.
Right.
That is not who and what we are supposed to be. But, sausage fingers there, Letitia James said, I'm going to get, and she's taking a little victory lap when it happened. And now the shoe is on the other big fat Wonder Bread wheat loaf of bread. You ever see the big feet?
Yes.
Ever see a big feet sticking out?
Oh yeah, like it's rising. Like bread. The dough is rising. Yes.
If I had a foot fetish, I don't anymore. But my God, this is just amazing. And she's going down. It's all over. Sam Antar?
Yes, the guy from Crazy Eddie.
He's got the goods on her.
Yeah. He's done a lot of the background work. I've talked about it a bunch. Go check out his Twitter X page. He documents everything that him and his investigators have been finding. Real quick, just a headline: in a triumph for Donald Trump, New York State Appeals Court today threw out the $500 million penalty while preserving the fraud case against him, which they say that's the next thing to go. Mm-hmm. It's like they kind of did some gymnastics to kind of, we'll keep the charge. But the penalty, of course, is unconstitutional, so we can't do that. Even people on CNN were saying this was a big legal win for President Trump. But you mentioned Letitia, Tish James, Squishy Tishy. Here she is, cut number 2, promising to bring back that big check from Donald Trump once she was able to find a crime that she had to put together because it wasn't there. Cut number 2, check this out.
But I will come back before you soon with a check for $250 million.
Is she going to break into song?
And to let you know that he is no longer allowed to do business in the state of New York.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yes, good day, sir. Or ma'am, or whatever you are. With your go funny eye, you lose. So there you have it, the biggest news of the day. I mean that kind of set the wheels in motion, really, for all the great news that's coming out. I see another Supreme Court decision just came out as well, just before showtime. Of course, you had Trump going down to D.C. and hanging with the police and the National Guard. Everybody cleaning up D.C. Just a big big, a big winning day. Like he said, you're not going to get tired of the winning. And here's CNN admitting he's winning. Cut number 3. Check this one out. Cut 3.
Well, I'm not Wolf. I have been skeptical of the Attorney General's case for a long time. I'm on record saying that this is a huge win for Donald Trump any way you cut it, and this is a stinging rebuke to the Attorney General, Letitia James. The finding here, it's a very long, complicated ruling, but the bottom line is, while the finding of liability against Donald Trump can stand, for now at least, the damages award, which started at $350 million with interest, gets up close to $500 million, that is thrown out. And the core reason for that ruling, according to the judges, is essentially that there was not enough of a showing here that there were actual victims. And just to refresh people's memories, this is the civil fraud lawsuit brought by the Attorney General. This ruling by the appeals court is monumental. It was also very unusual in that it took them nearly a year to reach this decision. As Caitlin Polance just said, the next step is going to be to go up to the highest court in the state, the Court of Appeals in New York State.
Yeah. So there you have it.
How did it ever make it that far?
Well, you know how.
I know, yeah. You know what? 5 out of 5 judges slapping this down. Remember an airplane when a woman's going crazy and then people are lining up to smack?
Yeah.
They're lining up to clown slap Dirty Tish and Judge Engeron. This is a big loss for him, too.
Yeah, exactly.
There's going to come a point where these animals are afraid to walk around outside.
And let's hope that's the case. Hey, Vin, what did you take away from this, and what have you heard about it?
So many things I've got to say on this one. First off, that the way they characterize it is a huge win for Donald Trump. No, it's not. This is just a logical win. This is what should have happened. Secondly, it went down to 0. If there's something there, it wouldn't have gone down to 0, like that whole fraud thing and all that other nonsense. Number 3, Letitia James, she's in more trouble than Trump. It'll ever be. When they really get the hammer down on her, which they're going to do. And the last point is the Constitution. You guys talk about the Constitution, and it's not constitutional, and they follow the Constitution. When the left wants power, they don't care about the Constitution. When the left wants to put the Republicans down, they care about the Constitution. So everything they do will be destroy anything and everything around you as long as we get our power and we shut down the other people. So the Constitution is irrelevant to them. That's why these things exist.
Right.
So, we knew this was going to happen, right? I mean, It was a ridiculous case, and so were the other ones. So
right, exactly.
That's my view of it.
What about you, Paul?
We're going to break. I mean, I couldn't agree. To me, it was just how everybody does business in New York, how every real estate, every developer, the whole thing it's just a sham. It's just another, it's just another way to keep Trump from having power and for them to keep their scams going.
But what's amazing is that it all backfires. Eventually, they say eventually the truth comes out.
Yeah,
right?
what's the expression? The truth is like a raging lion. It's going to come out. I'll look it up.
All right. The truth is like the way I cut my hair. Badly. Anyhow, all right. Kevin doesn't know what we're talking about. We'll show him during the break what Paul did to his
Speaking
own
of hair.
In the meantime, we'll take a quick break. Live from Studio 6B on a Thursday night. Welcome to the program. Join us in the chats. Stay there. Hoser 56 says, when Tish hauls ass, it takes 2 trips.
The truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. Let it loose. It will defend itself. That's the old expression that I botched completely as I saw the clock ticking down. So, yes, that's what Vin, you want to see on Monday, I said...
Well, show it to Kevin, too, because he doesn't know
he's going to have to see it over there. I do this thing with my brothers. We joke around called the Daily Stupid Report. And on Monday, not only did I dent my car door into a big, beautiful piece of landscaping, then I hyperextended my elbow. But that wasn't to be outdone. I ran home, took a fast shower after a long day's work, tried to clean up my hair with a buzzer, and I got the right side here.
Oh, man. You look like JFK.
Well, that's using your head.
Wow.
By the way, I should post
After
up.
Dallas.
Yeah.
You have to specify.
I did. I dressed up as we did a dead celebrity party a while back, and me and my wife.
Oh
went as
man, that's
JFK.
nasty.
Yeah.
Woo.
What'd you fart?
Wow. Hey, the hairpiece didn't come off at all? That's impressive. Just a little piece. I'm very impressed. Hey, Delgado, you're being asked by Moni Eckhart, when are you going to do What Even Is That again?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I had to wait until the what's that damn thing called? What's it called?
Labor Day?
The thing that spits out the words.
No. Hang on, let me talk by a vowel.
Yes. And now that the teleprompter is definitely fixed, I'll probably be trying doing one next week. So we'll see.
Okay. Well, there you go.
That is
there you go, Moni.
That question. Howdy to the Twixers.
I put a hole in my head.
He put a hole in his head.
You did.
That makes
man.
two now.
That's nasty.
As if he didn't have enough.
And I did it, Vin. I did it. I was on the phone with my friend Lisa, redoing her whole house. And she's asking me about plumbing, and I'm like, oh, damn. And she goes, what? I go, I just shaved the back of my head accidentally. She goes, who shaves their own head? Wait, who shaves their head on the phone? So I just...
She probably stopped taking your calls when it comes to redoing her house.
I probably won't try to do that again.
Might have to stay with the 900 numbers after that, please. Wow. Wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Paul. You look good. Okay. You look good. So I would never know.
I feel good.
It's like,
yeah.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night. If you haven't heard, we are not live at the warehouse, the America First warehouse. We are not live tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, it's only going to be me and Vin gracing your television screens. KDJ's got he's got an out-of-town gig. Paulie's out of town. Damon, of course, is out of town. He's doing the taking his kid to college thing over the weekend, so he's already on his way. And Slick Rick has his huge carnival going on a few towns over, so he's there tonight, tomorrow night, and all through the weekend. If you are in the area, though, of course, if you're listening on 103.9 LI News Radio or online at linewsradio.com, or you're just watching and you happen to be on Long Island, you want to go to a great carnival, Slick Rick's Carnival in Holbrook. That's not the name of it, though it should be. They do this
He's got the
carnival.
shoes.
Yeah, exactly. They do this huge carnival in the town of Holbrook here on Long Island. And I didn't understand how big it was until I started working with Slick. And over the past couple of years, it just seems like it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And he's been doing it for a while. He said, this is the biggest one yet. And it's going to be all 4 nights. It starts today, this afternoon, and it goes all through Sunday. So if you are in the area, feel free and come and go down. You'll probably see Slick out there doing something, though there is no dunk tank, so you can't put him in the dunk tank.
Slick is truly a pillar of his community.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you a great Slick Rick. I stole this once before, but when Facebook first came on and I was first on the show, I had met Slick through the studio. And a friend of mine, 2 sisters we went to school with, lived around the block for me. Great people, Diane and Donna. Don't need their last name. They saw I was a mutual friend with Rick Amorati. They're like, how do you know Rick? He's the nicest man. He's our pharmacist. Everybody loves him. Right. And I'm like, well, that sounds about right. Rick is about as sweet a man as that you'll ever meet. And it's funny that I met them at a block party, and they were all like, hey, he knows Rick. How's Rick doing? Like 12 people asking about Rick. It's great.
Just amazing. Yeah,
it's
so
really
if you are in the area, in the Long Island area, and you're like, you know what? I want to go to an old-time, old-feeling, American culture carnival that's held. They close down the streets. They got everything, there's going to be great food, great entertainment they got lined up.
Funnel cakes and Ferris wheels that fall off.
Right. And hot pretzels and all that stuff. Feel free and go down there to the, I think it's just called the Holbrook Carnival. But it's in the town of Holbrook, and, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. And, of course, he knows everybody. So,
Slick Rick's Carnival sounds like the type of website where you have to show ID to prove you're 21 just to log in.
It's a raid.
Very true. So there you have it. So that's where Slick's going to be tonight, tomorrow night, and, of course, over the weekend. And the story on Damon taking his firstborn out to college. So that's where they're going to be. In the meantime, though, let's go through what other stuff, because there is, as Aaron and I like to say, so much going on. I don't even know where to go from here. I did mention the big Supreme Court win that Trump also got today, so I'll just touch upon that. Happened a few hours ago. Supreme Court lets the Trump administration cut $783 million of research funding to the anti-DEI push, which means, guess what, America? You don't have to pay for crap you don't want to. Which is part of the this is what they call, this is what we voted for, right?
Yep. Exactly. I ran into a couple. I met a couple today, Patriots, Rick and Tina, and I had a Trump hat on. I said, "Oh, we love your hat." Started talking, and they said, "Are you happy with what he's doing?" I said, "He's doing way more than I voted for him to do, and I love it." I had no idea he was going to clean up Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
No clue.
As a matter of fact, yeah. Go ahead.
And he makes the libs scream about it. He makes them scream. All right, I looked this up. I wrote about this at PJ. Now, BLM and their defund the cops and all that nonsense, when they started that from 2020 to 2024, 6,000 plus more black people were murdered than one would anticipate. They have murder anticipation numbers, 6,000 more because of BLM. And I checked, what do you know? The Klan killed 4,284 people. So roughly 2,000 more black people have died because of BLM in 4 years than the Klan killed in 160. That's BLM. They did that. The liberals did that. And you know what? It wasn't an accident. It was always on purpose, I say.
Yeah, it was on purpose. I mean, this was part of the agenda of Obama. He completely ran the divide and conquer narrative, the Marxist cultural attack on white people, where they replaced the bourgeoisie with just white people. And you start with Trayvon Martin, and you think about all of the things that they did with George Zimmerman, who, they did everything they could to stoke the flames of division, and he succeeded. And that really led to the rise of BLM and all these ridiculous groups that are just hate groups. And they manufactured so many false narratives that just separated the world. If you look at the stats from 1993, 98, and 2002, you'll see that people really believe that race relations were nearly dead.
Yeah.
And that it was behind us. And as a guy who went to 1 million concerts, Lollapalooza, and all these festivals, there would be hip-hop bands, there'd be heavy metal, there'd be, funk bands. And it was a mishmash of everybody, and no one cared.
Yeah. It's almost like, you know what? I almost feel like the thing that kicked off that whole kind of homogenizing, the music part of it, which is, let's face it, a bunch of what we are driven by is culture, and culture's downstream of politics. It has to be Run DMC Aerosmith.
Oh, yeah.
Right? When that was the first time that they kind of, those two worlds collided, so to speak.
That was Rick
and it
Rubin's,
was huge, right?
That was Rick Rubin's genius. And what did Rick Rubin do? Then he advanced the Beastie Boys.
Right, the Beastie Boys.
So many people, white people, into the hip hop sphere. And then it was Chili Peppers.
But then you also had, you also had the black influence into the rock.
100%.
You had Michael Jackson and Eddie Van Halen working together. You had a band called Living Colour.
That
That
was
was
my favorite bands.
terrific band.
Fantastic.
But you had all of this going back and forth, and you saw it continue through the 90s. And you're right. You get to Obama, and that's when all of a sudden, we need a beer summit. Because, a black guy got arrested because it looked like he lives in a good neighborhood, so you would hope that the police would pull somebody out of a window trying to climb into a window of a house and question him and not make it a racial issue, just be like, hey, it's a security issue.
Yep. And they were so desperate to start the race war that they've been pushing. The communists came here in the late 20s, early 30s, started working on the black community, said, hey, you've been oppressed by these Democrats. They owned your grandparents, and they terrorize you with the Klan, and they hold you back. They oppress you with Jim Crow laws. You should be angry. And they were. And let's not forget FDR, big old Democrat, wouldn't sign any anti-lynching legislation. He didn't want to lose support from those good old boy Southern Democrats down south. And things were going great. And they fight. But then everything got peaceful. And they were so desperate, they pretended George Zimmerman was a white guy.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Right on,
Yeah.
man.
Just like the dude that tried to walk into the NFL building. They're like, oh, yeah, the black guy walking in with a gun. Oh, yeah, he's probably white.
Yeah.
And they keep pushing that narrative because that's what they've been trained to do.
Yeah.
How about the crime statistics? Anytime there's a mass shooting in a gang-related event, that's not a mass shooting.
No.
Mass shootings are only when white people do it.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. You know what? I've written about the mass shootings. No less than 70% are committed by black people. And it's mostly drugs. It's mostly gangs, stuff like that. They have these things called let-out parties. Party gets out at 4 a.m. Everyone's drunk. Some people get shot. They just had one in Queens. A bunch of people just got shot. 12 people. 3 of them dead, 9 wounded. And that gets push that under the carpet. We don't talk about that.
But they don't. The news doesn't report that as a mass shooting because that doesn't fit the narrative.
Exactly why the DC crime stats are so skewed. They don't even report the crimes that happen because just let them go.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't have it on the books.
All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, I do want to dive into that Trump visit down in D.C. We'll also see what Vin has to say about some of the things that he's seen going on. And, of course, KDJ, Kevin Downey Jr., and Paul Nolan are here as well. We'll do a bunch of stuff. We got a lot of stuff to get through, a lot of news breaking today. Stay there. Live from Studio 6B. We'll be back. Stay there. Right.
Indian. He's
the
white
correct,
adjacent.
Yes.
White adjacent.
The correct name of that carnival is the Carnival of Hoboken Chamber of Commerce Carnival. Someone said that.
No, it's not. Because it's Holbrook,
no, we just
not
got a
Hoboken.
commercial break, but I thought if you were calling me this time, I need help.
Hello?
Okay,
I hear you, Vin.
I'll get it. Hang on, let me call
Dude, you're doing
Paul.
God's work. So, call me in the morning, okay? All right,
You know, every one of those people, whenever there were black riots that were arrested, all resisted arrest. They were either on drugs. They, were part of, being aggressive or assaulting cops or just resisting. And, in every incident, it wasn't just, one of those haphazard, innocent things that triggers something. I mean, look, Floyd, please, that's probably the worst one. The guy had a horrible record, tried to held up a woman who was pregnant, right? With a knife point. Yeah. He was on meth up to his eyeballs. I mean, geez.
There's so many weird things about that, how the cop and him both were bouncers at the same club. And that club was also a hub for drugs, human trafficking, and MS-13. And then all the records that were surrounding that all burned in a police station. They let burn to the ground. How come no one's ever investigated that whole debacle?
Yeah, I didn't even know that. They were bouncers at the same club. Wow. It seemed like there was a history there.
They worked together. That was one of the early things, too.
And not just that. That hasn't been the people tried to, but it's true. It's the documents prove it. But what's weird, though, is they never liked each other, supposedly. They barely saw each other, supposedly. But it's the club itself that was doing phenomenal volume, and a lot of it was drug money that they fronted through it. And there was a lot of child trafficking through there, apparently. Oh, look, I got to tell you, I love the audience. They're already telling each other, hit the like button. It's so nice, you guys. Last night, I think we had 530 likes, which is just fantastic for the algorithm, and plus the comments were cranking. And, we really, really appreciate, it's just so great. And I'm sorry to take that call during the commercial break, but that's a good friend of mine who is on his 100th day sober, and he just got passed a course to work in a chapel with a pastor at a chapel, and he'll be helping kids.
That's awesome.
Which is I just couldn't be happier.
That's great. Well, congratulations to him, by the way. Big achievement. Absolutely. Well worth the call.
All right, live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night. Thank you for joining us. Also listening on 103.9 LI News Radio, linewsradio.com. We were talking about, because again, this morning kicks off with the great news that basically the fake crime of, President Trump that Letitia James tried to pull off with the Judge Edgeron or whatever his name is, that got totally destroyed today, and I'm sure it'll just be a matter of time before the rest of it gets thrown out on appeal when they go up to the next court. But President Trump, we were talking about the crime part, and Paul had brought up, how it's kind of been something that they've specialized in, trying to drive a wedge through people. Well, President Trump vowed to clean up these areas, starting with Washington, D.C., to kind of help things along and get people to say, hey, you know what? It's okay to go outside. It's okay for my kids to be outside now. I saw a video of a guy at a gas station. He goes, and he videotaped it because he goes, I could never leave my door open at the gas station. While he's standing there pumping his own gas, he could never leave the door open because he'd be afraid somebody would jump in and try and steal the car.
Yep.
It's just amazing.
This is the first time they've gone one full week without a shooting, a summertime shooting in Washington, D.C., and they don't know when was the last one.
Yeah.
They know the last week that they did it was March when it was cold, but who wants to perforate some homies when it's cold out? It's too cold. You got to stay inside. But when it's hot, everything goes up. People come out shooting, and they can't find the last week in the summer when they didn't have one, and people are black people are celebrating.
Right. Yeah, exactly. The white liberals, they're not celebrating, but the people that live there, and a lot of them happen to be black, they are appreciative of it. Here's cut number 5, since you mentioned some of the statistics coming out. This one I found the most amazing, the first one. Cut number 5, check this out.
For the first time in a long time, D.C. has gone 7 days without a homicide. And that's not all. Carjackings are down 83%. Robberies are down 46%. Car thefts down 21%. And overall violent crime is down 22%.
When you have these kind of numbers going down, it basically says this is a success. And that means people feel safer.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line, is people want to feel safe where they live, where they work, and they should be really safe in their own, nation's capital.
Yeah, liberals are so mad. 78-year-old women are going to start gatting people just to get those numbers back up.
This is just the beginning, though.
Murdered. Oh, go ahead, Ben.
This is just the beginning, though. I think Trump is showcasing D.C. because he can, and he has the right to do it. To let all the liberal cities know I'm coming in next. And I think he's going to use this to go in and have them support crime in each of those cities. We were talking about possibly flipping New York, and then you look at Los Angeles, San Francisco against Newsom and all that. He's going in. I am convinced this is a showcase to go in and let the Democrats fight for criminals and then try and flip these states, because that's like the most obvious thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now you were saying, Kevin?
I have no idea. I remember now.
Ethel to Tilly.
94% of the people murdered in D.C. are black. So right now, there are black people still alive because of Trump. If not for Trump, there'd be a few more dead bodies there. And it's the black folks that love it. Yeah. I saw a woman say, my son and my husband were murdered. I love what Trump's doing. Shut up, you stupid old white people. Let the man work.
Yeah, it reminds me of when Giuliani was on the show. Before he was vilified as the devil and insane, and he was talking about the number one thing that black women and moms would constantly say, please, more police. Please help us. We are so afraid to go to the market. We are so afraid to leave our homes. We're so afraid at all times. Please, Mayor, please help us.
Yeah, it was called the broken windows policy. Go after the small stuff, because chances are the people committing the small stuff are either on their way or they already will or have committed the bigger things, and you can catch them. And all of a sudden, that's what kind of drove those numbers down. Here is President Trump addressing law enforcement as he did the ride along, went down to D.C. and grabbed the microphone and said, hello, check this out. This is President Trump. Check it out.
Okay, hello. It's a healthy, attractive-looking group of people.
He's so cool.
Well, I just want to thank everybody very much for being here. I wanted to do this. We've had some incredible results. The results have come out, and it's like a different place. It's like a different city. It's the capital. It's going to be the best in the world. We're going to do what you're doing with law enforcement, and very importantly, also, we're going to physically do it. We're going back to Congress for some money, and we're going to redo a lot of the pavement, a lot of the medians, a lot of the graffiti's all coming off real fast. It's going to come down real fast. We're working with Clark Construction. They're one of the big ones. They're the biggest here by far, actually. And we're going to be not so much building, it's cleaning and fixing and redoing and putting brand new surfaces down on your roads and streets. And when people come in from the airport all the way to the Capitol or the White House or any place else they go, and they're going to say, boy, this place is spotless. So we're doing that. Most importantly, though, we're going to have a crowd of people that are going to be happy. You know, I've received more phone calls from people in the last 4 days than I ever have. I've been here now 4 years plus. And by the way, I think we had about the best 7 months, they're saying, that any president's had. We've done a lot of work. We've done a lot of good work, including the biggest tax cuts that you've ever had. I know you guys don't care about taxes, so you don't care about saving a little tax, but you saved a lot of tax, actually. But we've had a great period of time. But I've never received so many phone calls thanking me for what we've done in Washington, D.C., from people that haven't gone to a restaurant literally in 4 years. And they said, you know, what you've done it's unprecedented, because what they said it was just unsafe. We couldn't do it. We'd go out and you'd see the stories, you'd read the stories, you'd see all of the things that are happening. And they said we couldn't stand it, sir. And now I take my wife and my kids to dinner. One of them said he's gone out 4 nights in a row, and he hadn't gone out for 4 years. So it's a great tribute to you. And when I look at you people, I understand why, because there's no games, right? We're not playing games. We're going to make it safe.
All right, Aaron,
and we're going to then go on to other places. But
he also talked about some of the other things they're planning, which is great. And of course, the way President Trump always does, always gets good laughs. You know, he was pitching the hamburgers versus the pizza argument to everybody there.
He knows how to work a room, as we say.
He does.
He's got fantastic comedic timing, right, Vin?
Yeah.
First of all, this is the capital of the United States of America. This is like our most special city. People come from all over the world to go look at the special city. You know, this White House and all of the other great places that are there. And, you know, the fact that he's cleaning it up, we're all fighting it. But this is a major showcase for our country. Like, thank God he's doing this. Like, it's so important for him to do this as well, besides the things that we talked about before.
Exactly. And again, you know, you mentioned that this is our nation's capital. This is that shining light on the hill. This is where people want to come, right? Mm-hmm. At least we want them here legally.
Yeah.
But you also want you also don't want people to get hurt, whether they be visitors or citizens. And I think this could be the first step. And you know, I forget which one of you guys mentioned it, that, you know, once he starts breaking this out into other cities, I think it was you, Paul, is that he wants them to, you know, defend crime. Go ahead, defend crime. Watch how this unrolls and see how great things end up. And then they start saying, well, you can't bring that to this city. Well, why not? Well, we like our crime. Our crime is just good enough. There's just enough people that are dead and blood in the street that we don't need it cleaned up.
Yeah, so I don't think Trump has the right to really do what he's doing in D.C. D.C. is a little bit different. It's not really a city.
Right.
And it's not a state, but it's got its own district that it has its own laws. So he has the authority to do this there. I don't think he's really, I mean, he'll definitely be called a dictator if he creates they'll call it martial law. And to me, this is the ultimate litmus test to show that one of the worst cities in the world, and it's supposed to be gleaming and beautiful. If the Democrats had their way, the Washington Monument would be purple and green with
with frills on it.
Yeah, I mean, it was
and sparkles.
They would have graffiti all over it.
Yeah.
You know what he's going to do, though? He can't. You're right. He can't go into the other towns because they're going to screen. But what's going to happen is black folks are going to get sick of the crime everywhere. They're going to go, hey, we want what they have.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're going to go, nope. And it's going to be the death. I've been saying it for a while, folks. He's going to he's going to hobble the Democratic Party for a generation.
Well, there's some great data out now that Trump and the Republicans have gained, I believe, 2.5 or 3 million new voters, and the Democrats have lost. You want to take over? You know the stats off the top of your head. They've lost a ton of them.
Yep. So in the past couple of years, the Democrats have lost 2.1 million people registered to vote Democrat, but the Republicans have picked up 2.4. That means they took all of those 2.1 million and got another 300,000 on top of it. People who were not registered at all who said, yeah, I'm in. I'm on Team Trump.
Yeah. And that doesn't count the ones that are not going to tell you that they're going to vote for the R as opposed to the D because they see that the D ain't really working for me.
And what about when the new numbers?
I hate when the D stops working.
A bunch of people
got
could say
something for that, but
not a WNBA game though. But don't worry about it.
But there's so many jokes. Let's move on. When we see all these voter rolls cleaned up. We're going to see all these dead people off the voter rolls. We're going to see all these fake Social Security numbers off voter rolls. What's going to happen then? That data is not even in yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
those numbers are definitely
there's a lot to be hopeful for. So, let's just keep the train rolling.
And we got the Olympics coming in L.A. I think he goes in. I think that's one of his biggest moves. He's got the Olympics in L.A. It's a big shiny object for Trump, and he's going to clean that city up. I mean, whether he can do it or not, it's illegal or not, he's going to make something happen there to clean that place up.
Right. Hey, Vin, anything else jumping out at you real quick in the last 2 minutes here?
Yeah, definitely. The woman, her name is Tina Peters. Trump's been talking about her a little bit.
Free her.
You know what she did, by the way? She removed she saw someone, Jean Griswold, remove President Trump's name from the ballot, and she reported it. So she went to jail.
Oh,
she reported it, and she took some things to show the proof. So she was a whistleblower, and it's just one of those things that she's a Gold Star mother, and Trump's going to pardon her. And she's been in jail. This woman, she's 69 years old.
It's insanity.
She's been in jail for doing the right thing.
It's a gulag.
And that Griswold Gorgon, she actually had the stones or whatever, those non-binary. I'm not going to guess her gender, but she actually said Trump is taking democracy tips from Putin. He's the dictator. And that animal helped put that poor woman in jail.
In jail. They're like she's just like the January 6ers, man. She was put in jail for no reason at all for doing the right things, and it's just terrible. So that's on my mind. I got a lot of stuff, though. Whenever you're ready, you let me know.
All right. We'll do that coming out of this next break. Again, Vin's down in West Palm Beach. Kevin Downey Jr. is here. Paul Nolan is there. I'm over here. Fran and Aaron are in the booth. We'll jump into the chats coming up right now as we get ready for this break.
He's over there now.
Yeah, I'm over here now.
I'm over here now.
We also have, I got clips. I got stuff.
What?
We got Paul stuff. Jasmine Crockett, right? That throwdown. We got to get to that.
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot. Plus, we got stuff on the banks that Paul and I were sharing earlier today. We'll jump into that, see what you guys think. In the meantime, take a quick break. We come back more live from Studio 6B. Stay there.
I just saw some uncomfortable news in the chat. David Wiles, prayers for our friend who's always so loyal in the chat, going to go through an important surgery. I didn't get to see the details because the chat rolls a little bit fast. So, if everyone just pump out some hearts over there for our buddy, I really, man, it sounds like you're going through a lot, buddy, and we're rooting for you, we're praying for you, and we're thinking of you. David Wiles.
And what chat is he usually in?
He's YouTube. I'm sorry.
YouTube. That's all right. That's all right.
Hey, it's part of the family, man. That's great to give a shout out. Hey, by the way, Giuliani also got screwed in this whole thing. You know, this whole voting thing. I mean, hopefully they get that cleared up too. I mean, talk about Mike Lindell. I mean, so many lives, and we know they did it.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You know, it's like they're guilty as hell.
And I feel like that stuff is going to be uncovered. They're just getting this other bigger stuff done first. But you always see this 2020 election stuff keeps popping up. So hopefully it's on the docket. Santa Fe Mockingjay in the Twix chat says, Delgado, tell the Twixers what the drinking so much going on is. We can't tell you. It's an in-studio secret. But whenever we say there's so much going on, you got to take a shot.
I like this game.
Wait a second.
That's
this is a game?
That's a game.
All right. Okay.
See, Vin doesn't even know the game.
I'll get my ginger ale.
He's always down in what's it called? West Palm.
I'm working on my tan, exactly. Every day.
We got a super chat from XJSCV, $5. Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate it. It says buy your own. We'll try. But thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. $5. $5.
We're going to call him Morty Mac. When you're in Florida, you are Morty Mac.
Morty.
The timing's off.
Are meatballs?
No, I was thinking about from Seinfeld. There was a thing, right?
Morty.
There was a thing where, when you turn 65 and you're a New York Jew, you have to move to Florida. It's a law.
Yeah, it's the law. Oh, man. Kevin, there are no Amish down in this area, by the way, so you might want to stay away from South Florida. Sarasota, however, might be good for you because there is Amish there. And you might do well. Yeah, well.
Maybe I'm on my way.
From Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night. Kevin Downey Jr. is here. Paul Nolan is here. Vinnie Mac is down in Florida. And, of course, we've got you guys there watching and hanging out in the chat. We appreciate it. Paul Nolan, what do you got?
So we got a super chat. Patty Jamcat. So crime is down in D.C. That's great news. Any ideas where the criminals are now prowling around? Is crime in the suburbs higher now? I'm curious. Thanks for the $5. We really appreciate it. Every dollar matters to this little show that could. So grateful for that. And then we have another $5 from XJS-CV. Thank you so much. No message to go with it, but I'll try to stay up on this. That's usually Slick's gig.
All right, very good. Vinnie Mac down in our West Palm Beach studio, one of the many growing studios for Real America's Voice. Vin, what's going on in your radar, in your neck of the woods, on your beach there, sir?
Yeah, well, thank you. There are two things on my mind. One just has me angry. We talk about illegal immigrants who commit crime.
Aaron, enough. Aaron, please. We just blow him up here.
What happened?
No, we're just messing with you. We set that up. We love you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have been well, hang on. My hair's been singed. Let me just get it off. Wow. All right. Hey, I've never been blown up, but I'll take that. It's all good. It's all good. But this is something that has me very angry with this entire illegal immigrant thing. And it's not just the ones that are dealing drugs and the MS-13s and the ones that are committing crimes, rape, killing people, carjacking, you name it. That's bad enough. But you've heard about this guy who got his truck driver's license in California and who can't speak English at all and killed 3 people in Florida. Innocent people just driving on the highway. He didn't know how to drive this truck. He didn't speak any English. He couldn't read English. Mm-hmm. How he passed the test, I don't know. Well, Gavin Newsom's system there enabled this guy. He goes to Florida to deliver something or whatever, and he kills 3 people. Is he a criminal? He's going to go up for vehicular homicide. He's not a criminal like these gang members are, in terms of when they come in here, they want to do crimes. He came here, but he's here illegally. This is why it doesn't matter. If you're here illegally, you got to go. It's this type of negligence that we're all at risk of, in addition to the criminals. So I wanted to point that out because it's not much of a nuance. Because all you hear from the left is, well, these people, a lot of people here are hardworking. A lot of people are coming here, they're trying to do it. If they're here illegally and they do something dumb that hurts one of us, it shouldn't have happened.
Hey, Vin, did you see a couple things about this story? For one, the data shows that people who can't read the language and professionally drive are more dangerous to society than drug dealers and gangbangers. So pretty crazy how dangerous that is. And number two, he really didn't pass that test.
No.
He failed miserably when you look at how they scored him through. This is a DEI hire, so to speak. This is another one of those leftist lunacy. And the people who let him on the road and are granted that license, they're liable as well.
Yeah, and you look at the state of California that approved the license. Why? Because they wanted to get him on the voter roll there. They want to make sure he counted, right?
Yep. They're just as guilty. Yeah. They are just as guilty. All of us who have family members, everybody watching the show, just really everybody in society, we're out there just doing our thing. And we got to worry about some illegal guy that can't read or write English that gets a DEI license and he's here illegal and he kills a family member?
Yeah.
I mean, that is just outrageous. And I think it's about time we start holding people responsible that enabled this guy to get that license and any of these immigrants, illegal immigrants. So that's number one that's been on my mind. And I've just been furious about this all day because, I don't know. Guys, people that get sick and they pass away and life happens, but this stuff doesn't need to happen.
Right.
Yeah, and that's where it just gets in my craw.
Yeah, and the people that want to defend, and Paul said, well, they're here because they want to work hard. Well, that's fine, but they started out breaking the law. You can't get over that first hurdle. I don't care that, he wanted to bring his family over, he's sending money back home, but he started out breaking the law. Now, to me, it doesn't matter what law it is. The fact that you start out your existence here in this country breaking the law, you can't clear that first hurdle of saying, oh, but he's a good person, because he's already showed he's willing to disregard the law, jump in front of everybody who's doing it right because he wants an advantage or she wants an advantage. And I'm sorry, but that's you can't clear that first hurdle.
And that's CEO leadership 101. It always starts from the top down. You see successful organizations, football teams, successful baseball teams. You always see great ownership, great management, great quality control, great manager or coach. They start with rules and they start with structure. If the opening moment of your existence in a state is illegal, it means you have a fundamental lack of value for the cultural acceptance that we have here.
Right.
So where's the trickle down going to happen next, and what makes you strive to be a little bit better at your job and nothing? And and when we were kids, what did your parents say when you're on your first road trips? Just stay behind the truck drivers. They know, just stay the best drivers on the road. They stink now. They're all over the place.
And Vin, I don't know if you remember this. Excuse me. An illegal immigrant was driving, crossed over the line in Ohio. He plowed into a school bus. He killed a little 11-year-old boy and injured dozens of others. And I just looked it up. AI said that the bus hit him. No, he hit the bus. He came over. AI on Google. AI is lying, people. Don't buy it. And another one killed an elderly woman who went to get her garbage cans in Ohio. Went to pull her garbage can, and the guy came up. And I'm telling you, I just found 7 or 8 of these. They put in migrant, drunk, driving, killed.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. And there was one in Canada, truck driver in Canada, responsible for a crash that killed 16 people. Paul, this one's going to hit you a little hard because I don't know. I know your affinity for hockey and your background. The Humboldt Broncos junior hockey team lost, I believe, half of their team.
Yeah, I think it was 13 kids.
Yeah, 13 kids.
And that was that one really killed because my son at the time was playing junior hockey, and he was living out of a suitcase on a bus with his teammates, and you always think to yourself, they're all going through snow-filled roads, heavy winds, winter time, and that never should have happened.
Yeah. And at all hours of the day, too.
And if you saw this, though, one of the lads from that team ended up being a superstar in the Special Olympics for Team Canada. So,
Wow.
It's just I hate even talking about that story.
Yeah. Hey, this Google AI thing Kevin was talking about, I mean,
disaster.
That's another thing. Google, first of all, Google's, I don't know, they are part of the darkness, man, because you Google something and using their AI, you get completely different information than if you go out and use some other platform to get information. Look at what Kevin just found on Google AI, giving just the wrong information and sending, this is why the left is in frenzies. They're just packaging all of their information. It's so unfair. Yeah. That's on my mind. Is one other thing on my mind. I'll be quick. You guys were talking about the voter rolls and all those cleanups, right? And all that's great. All that stuff's going to happen. And the census, the new census, and taking dead people off the rolls and getting illegals off rolls. What are they still going to do? These mail-in ballots. They're still going to send in millions of fake mail-in ballots like they have. And Trump is now putting forth an executive order to end that. He's going to have a fight on his hands, but he has to end it and make that safe. All of these things have to happen. It's not just one of them. We got to clean out the illegals. We have to do all that stuff you guys already talked about. And we got to stop mail-in voting. And we need to audit these voting machines. We need to figure out what's really going on with them, because it seems like there's some smoke and fire around here with the Dominion-style machines, too. So mail-in votes are been my highest priority, frankly, to get our elections safe. And now that Trump's doing all the other things, it's like, okay.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that, too, Vin, is I don't know if you saw that clip of Mark Elias, responsible for a lot of the hanky-panky that went on in 2020. He's now freaking out because he knows that Trump is undoing a lot of what they did, and and the administration is shining a light on all of this voting corruption, and he's not happy about it. And you can tell they're very, very, very nervous on the left, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
And we got another super chat. Alice Palcow. I'll say that at the break. So thank you, Alice.
All right. Very good. We'll take a quick break. Fast. Hour number 1 in the books. Hour number 2 coming up. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. Stay there.
Poor guy. Now everyone's like, out. And I mean, not the blue-haired salad dodgers and those is, but even like the normie neighbors, like, it really is a little too much.
Yeah,
really is a little too much. Maybe I'm okay with them going away.
It's just so funny because when the Koch brothers were doing it, the left was crazy for Obama and Hillary's endless. Get rid of the illegals. They're taking away our free stuff.
Yep.
Now it's like their rallying cry. But anyway. Quick, Alice Palcow, 1727 on the YouTuber, $20. Thank you so much. She said, please shout out to my husband, Master Guns Dave. She said, we love your show.
Master Guns Dave. I need a name like that.
Yeah.
You got
Delgado's got the market corner on that.
You got Little Wheels, Kevin.
Well, so we are at 395 likes in the first hour, which is fantastic. We thank you very much. Comments are cranking.
Yeah, talk about AI. I got a little something we'll play.
Right, I have a question for everybody.
But I'll come to you first, Kevin, after I play these two quick clips.
In the chats, I have a question. If they made a movie about Michelle Obama, who should play her? Let it rip. I say Denzel Washington.
Live or dead? Live or dead? Could it be either? Alive or dead? Who'd be the best person?
Anybody who'd be the perfect.
O.J. Simpson. What?
Who should play Michelle Obama if they make a movie about her?
Samuel L. Jackson. For Alive. What?
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah. Why is that a problem?
I love Samuel Jackson.
That thing we're talking about, the 2.1 million they lost? Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania were 4 of the 6 states.
Yeah.
4 swing states.
And by the way, can we talk about Carrie Lake getting robbed? The evidence is overwhelming.
Yep.
I know Damon's not a big fan, but I think she's great.
Mm-hmm. Either way, it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, she speaks truth to power. That's the problem. That's why they had to stop her.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow, that's a good one. Okay, that wins.
Tish James.
Vin, who?
Bigfoot. Chewbacca.
Finn, do you remember Flip Wilson?
Yes.
Yeah, love Flip Wilson.
Yes, that's it. Geraldine. Thank you. Geraldine should play.
Kathy Griffin. Denzel's way too handsome, says my Jersey girl.
Yeah, she's right.
When I'm not bartending, I'm watching live from Studio 6B, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. On a Thursday night, Dish Network Channel 219, Pluto TV 240, 1175 on Samsung TV Plus, Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, TV Select, Select TV 106. Also all the socials, and of course on 1039 LI News Radio, linewsradio.com. It's funny because she sounds like someone who's in Congress, that last voice that we heard. And I saw a picture today that was kind of impressive. I wonder if the picture I saw was real. I should try and find it. Kevin?
You know, I was going to say, is that AI or is that really Tim Walz? See what I did there?
Yes, I see what you did there. Pretty funny.
That was good.
Speaking of Kevin Downey Jr., he's got a radio show on 1039 LI News Radio. You can hear it tomorrow morning if you didn't catch it today. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. till 11 a.m., correct?
9 till 11. And it's worldwide. Every night, every day, every week. Someone says, man, I wish I lived in Long Island and could listen to your radio station.
Yeah.
If you have Wi-Fi, and you better have it by now, you hillbillies, you can listen to it. Just go to linewsradio.com.
Yes, and if you want to see some
get it in Ohio?
Yes, of course, Ohio.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nebraska?
Yeah, they have the interweb there.
Yeah. Even in West Palm.
Excellent. West Palm.
No excuse now, Vin. He's like, ah, damn it. I was going to say, if they want to see your writing styles, they can go to pjmedia.com. If they want to find out where you're playing, because I know you got a gig this weekend, right?
No, actually, I was in Wheeling, West Virginia last weekend. I have a wedding tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
A wedding. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this. There's so much news going on. This was easy to miss. They've arrested someone for helping to coordinate blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline.
Really?
Yep. What do you know? It's a Ukrainian dude named Serhiy K. It's Germany. They don't give out last names. You know what? When it comes to terrorists, they like to keep their privacy. They like to keep their terrorists. They get a little privacy there. They're not going to give you a last name. Look at this. I shall read my broadcaster's voice. A Ukrainian suspected of coordinating the September 2022 attacks on the Nord Stream pipelines has been arrested in Italy. The German prosecutor general said on Thursday to this website, doesn't matter. Suspect, Serhiy K., we're going to keep him private, set to be transferred to Germany from Italy, and then he'll be brought before the investigating judge, blah, blah, blah. I'm calling it now, Serhiy did not kill himself. I think this is bad news for the Bidens.
Oh, yeah?
Because I think this cat's going to roll on whomever hired him, and they're going to roll. And Biden just doesn't, he's a toothless tiger. He has nothing to offer them now.
Right.
Nothing. All he can do is say, I don't know what you're talking about. But remember, President Dementia at some point was asked a question about the pipeline. He goes, oh, we can get it if we want to. And the woman goes, remember the journalist goes, what was that? He goes, oh, we can blow it up if we want to or something like that.
Right.
See, I think these things, now that we know he had dementia, I think he was telling the truth in front of the leader of India when he said, oh, I sold a lot of state secrets. And everyone went, hey, he's just being wacky. I think we should look at all of those things. And let's start with blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline. Who else would have done it?
Yeah, not many people had the technology.
Nope.
To pull that off.
Nope.
Right? I think we're probably the 1, 2, top 3 countries.
Yeah.
We occupy the top 3 slots.
Yeah, and it's
that could pull off that type of sabotage.
It's not our country, right? It's the deep state. The deep state has no allegiance to anybody other than themselves, their own self-survival and their wallets. in their control. So,
and remember the story when it came out. Oh, the Russians sabotaged it themselves to kind of catch you off guard and make you think it was the Ukrainians. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian national, whoops, he's been scooped up.
And if you look at the attempted murder of Trump down at the golf course in Florida, that guy was a full-blown Ukrainian CIA asset across the board. And by the way, why don't we have any information on the Butler shooting? At what point can we just uncover that whole thing?
There's a total stink badger in the perfume aisle. Come on. How do we not know anything about him? We know more about this Indian truck driver than we know about the incel who tried to kill Trump in Butler, PA.
It's shocking when you think about it. His house was completely scrubbed. The kid has no internet history. He's got 7 phones.
Yep.
He gets into the most unbelievable shooting position. I mean, please, CNN finally has a crew at one of his rallies.
And then his parents end up with the top Democrat supporting lawyer that they could find in the entire state of Pennsylvania. Just nothing to see here. Move along.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's just a murder attempt on a president.
Yeah, exactly. Kevin, what else you got?
Well, this is fairly new. In Minnesota, they've got something called the DFL, which I think is for Democratic Farmer something.
League.
There you go. They're socialists.
Do they play games?
Yeah. Look at this. It's from Libs of TikTok. 3 hours ago, breaking, the Minnesota DFL is revoking the party's endorsement of Democrat socialist Omar for Minneapolis mayor after there were substantial failures in the convention's voting process. Look at this guy. I wish we could show a picture of him.
Look at that head.
That's every rapist I've ever seen from any nation. They look like that. This guy is just a terrifying animal, and they're dropping him. Now, I'm going to say this, folks, and no one believes me. Curtis Sliwa can win. Curtis Sliwa can actually win. Commie Mom Downey's going down in the polls, and I have a feeling there's going to be some big financial backers for Curtis Sliwa coming up in about, let's say, before September. And I can't tell you why I think that. Okay. I'm just going to let you think I'm really smart.
I wish you had a picture of this guy. He looks like he just stole Tom Hanks's boat. I mean, that guy looks like a Somali.
Oh, does he look like he's a Somali pirate-looking guy?
Yes.
Yes.
You're right.
Looks like
I'm captain now. I'm captain now.
It's like. Did you see the movie? Remember the movie Black Hawk Down?
Yeah.
When they're trying to save the soldiers at the end, and they throw the thing on the roof to kind of tell the helicopter where to go. Skinny's on the roof. He's a skinny on the roof.
Skinny. I love that they call him skinnies. That is just the funniest thing. My God. I
wish we could get that picture up.
You know what? Can I send it? Aaron, can I send you this picture?
Don't
look at it too closely. It'll terrify you.
Don't worry about
all right, it'll terrify you. So the Nord Stream pipeline, that one, it's not getting, here's the thing, it's not getting the press it should. What does that tell you, Paul?
It tells you that they're right over the target.
Yeah. Right over the target, baby. That's what I got, too.
Yeah, the funny thing is you bring that up, and I really can't find it anywhere. Like, I
mean,
this
just
is
found enormous news, a false flag attack. But you just keep perpetuating the war to drive energy prices. By the way, I would love to see the stock investments 2 days before it. You know how people picked up competing energy sources. Yeah. The second before it happened. It's it's incredible. You watch that sort of thing.
Yeah. You want another one?
Actually, we're going to go to Paul Nolan right now.
Oh, keep rolling. You're on a roll, dude. I'm
sure.
Good.
All right. So, folks, the CEO of Target stepping down. This is the genius that said we need tuck-friendly bathing suits for little boys who want to be little girls. That didn't go over very well. So he's going down the tubes. He's going to put on his tuck-friendly underwear, and he's going to get out of Dodge. No one wants him around. And just as this happens, Cracker Barrel says, "Hold my Bud Light. I got a great idea. Let's get rid of the redneck who's the evil white guy on our sign." And even though it's a Southern, it's not fast food. Cracker Barrel, right. It's not fast food. It's like a Southern restaurant.
It's comfort food.
It's comfort
food. Right. And they decided, and believe me, their target audience is like Southern white people, even though they got them all over the place. And they've got this new woke chick who goes, "We're going to get rid of the cowboy, and we're gonna try to get some diversity here." And their stock went down, I think $8. $8 yesterday in one day.
Yeah.
That's $400 million of value gone because someone said, you know who said it? Trump advisor Alex Bruzowitz says, the CEO of Cracker Barrel is as woke as they come. She is destroying a once great American brand. You know, I always say I know how to read a room. This isn't reading a room. This is ignoring the room. Trump won. He won big. Woke sucks. Woke is death. And now let's bring in this woke chick, and she's going to bring diversity and exclusion or inclusion to Cracker Barrel. It's over. It's over, folks. Woke is done. She doesn't get it. Nope. She's going to go with this, and she's going to hurt the company. And I'll say this. I'm a big fan of their biscuits and gravy.
Oh, me too.
You know that game they got where there's like 10 holes?
Yeah, with the pins.
Yeah, don't play those. They don't wash them. And every kid, I learned that the hard way.
That's like it strengthened my immunity. They have a great chicken fried steak too, by the way.
They do. Yes, they do.
But you know, to your point, we talked about this last night. How that woman looked like the ultimate Karen,
right?
Like, and I said, if anybody lets a woke, head of the cheerleading squad for like, what's the matter, you run your business, it's going down.
Yeah,
you can't have a woke woman as the head of the leadership team. It's just not going to work.
Yeah.
So
there are plenty of great women that you could pick.
Oh, without a doubt.
People like that, not the one.
Give me a butt-kicking woman in that position who's not woke, and now you got something.
Right.
Yeah.
But those woke women are so dangerous to a corporation. But just to double down on your article, because I was going to talk about that one. Do you see what's going on with Target? Their stock continues to go down. You mentioned them as well. Yep. They're talking about making serious changes because they're in deep trouble right now.
Yeah.
And what's the In-N-Out Burger is struggling in California, and Bed Bath & Beyond is now leaving California.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, what do you call it? The CEO of Camping World, he's also finding some problems, but is more on a patriot side. He's got huge flags. I don't know if you've ever been to a Camping World. You see, he always shows up. He plants the flag, a huge pole, huge flag, and now they're trying to tell him he's got to take him down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Vin, I saw you were trying to get in on that, Vin. We lost Vin?
Woke. Well, the woke is dead thing. I was listening to someone talking about this. I think it might have been Greg Gutfeld. He basically said something really smart. I kind of really remember it. I took a note on it. And he said, yeah, woke is dead. We voted it out. 80 plus million people not only voted it out, and all these fake surveys and fake studies that they do and all that stuff that says, no, well, Trump's thing's going down. This is happening. It's not. It's all a lie. We voted it out. Woke is broke and dead.
Yeah, but somebody should tell the NFL because, of course, you got the male cheerleaders. We were talking about that. I don't know if you saw the new Bud Light commercial supporting the cheerleaders. Here it is, cut number 4. I don't know if this is authentic, but check this out. Cut number 4, a little Bud Light.
Today we salute you, Mr. Male Football Cheerleader.
Mr. Male Football Cheerleader.
Real men don't just play smash mouth football. Real men turn cartwheels and somersaults on the sidelines, tucked safely away from the action.
Don't touch me now.
Fourth down and inches. The game's on the line. It all comes down to you. Will you call for a perky pyramid or a peppy line dance?
Get on my shoulders.
Knock 'em back, all the way to Hackensack. So grab an ice-cold Bud Light, Mr. Male Football Cheerleader. You may never score a touchdown, but you're peppy. That's gotta count for something.
Mr. Male Football Cheerleader.
Bud Light beer, Anheuser-Busch
Like I said,
it's one of their best campaigns.
Yes, I'm not sure if that's authentic, but if it's not, it should be.
It should be.
It should be, man. That's great. I love that. That is so good.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more with Kevin Downey Jr., Paul Nolan, and Vinnie Mac as well from West Palm Beach, live from Studio 6B. Stay there. Maybe call them the Vike Queens instead of the Vikings.
There you go, the Vike Queens. I love it.
It's a whole new league.
Oh, man. It's just so, and I'm a former liberal. I don't give a rat's rump about who's gay or whatever. He's really gay.
Yeah, they both are. Both.
I mean, there's gay, and then there's monkeypox.
Uber.
Yeah.
I didn't care about any of this NFL stuff except for the kneeling thing. When they didn't take a stand about the country and the kneeling and the anthem and all that stuff, and then they had to play the other national anthem, the BLM national anthem, whatever the hell they were trying to do with that. I have to tell you, that to quote Kevin Downey Jr., that steamed my clams pretty good, because the other stuff, like, that's just noise. But those were material things to me, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch the NFL. I turned it off. Well, plus I'm a Jets fan, so it wasn't much to watch. But I did turn it off in general.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm like,
I remember I
these
had
guys.
a lot of time on Sundays. I'm like, wow, I could do other things. This is kind of cool.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch hockey. Those guys know how to appreciate common sense, values, and their countries. You know, they really have respect for their countries.
Yep.
No matter where they're from.
Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Got him. Chat live in the chat. Check. What's going on? With the rumblers. Rumble.
Yeah.
Rumble.
My batteries are about to die again.
Again?
Jesus.
Our friend Greta Garbo says exactly that. I quit watching all sports when they took a knee. And she loves sports. We all love the sports, right? We love to watch our teams, but that was just too much, man. And Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That guy got so much publicity for being a jackass.
And you know what? You know, Vin, you know when I lost it? Remember when there was a BLM rally and some animal shot 5 cops and killed them in Dallas?
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was in Kansas City?
Yeah, it was in Kansas City, yeah.
Okay. I was thinking it was Dallas. And they wouldn't let them wear like a number 5 on their helmet or something.
Mm-hmm.
But then a couple of years later, everyone can wear the Ukrainian flag.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the shooting outside of Kansas City, where they, as soon as they found out there were black kids, they killed the story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sounds like the blues. The live read blues. The new administration is in D.C. We've all seen it. It's brought a lot of positive changes when it comes to fixing our broken healthcare system. But the reality is there is only so much the government can do. And if you really want to make America healthy again, it starts at home with each and every one of us. That's where the Wellness Company comes in. You see and hear from the Wellness Company doctors all the time on this show and on the network. And you know that their products are the gold standard for keeping you and your family safe and healthy. The Wellness Company gives you the opportunity to make sure you are prepared for whatever happens with their series of prescription medical kits, so you should get one today. These kits contain an assortment of life-saving medications and guidebooks to assist in the proper use of the medications. And additionally, the Wellness Company offers a variety of products from parasite cleanses to methylene blue, Vin, to weight loss, to so much more that can help you stay healthy and live longer and a satisfying life. Make America healthy again. Remember, it starts at home. Do your part and protect the health of you and your family by going to twc.health/voice. That's twc.health/voice today and order. Use promo code VOICE and you'll save 10%. Again, that's from the Wellness Company. Go to their website, twc.health/voice, and save 10% by using the promo code VOICE. Now, if that doesn't stress you out, maybe it's because you've got taxes you're worried about. And if that's stressing you out, it could be because you missed the April deadline and your books are a mess. Well, don't wait, because things can add up fast with penalties that can add up as fast as 5% a month, up to 25% just for not filing. The IRS is cracking down, but don't worry, because there is help. Tax Network USA can take the burden off your shoulders and stop that spiral before it gets worse. They've helped thousands of Americans. You could be next, whether you're an employee, small business owner, or haven't filed in years. No problem. They've seen it all. They've seen the messy books, and they know exactly how to clean it up. They've got direct access as well to the powerful IRS programs and expert negotiators who work for you. They're on your side versus the IRS. That's Tax Network USA. They know how to win. You'll get a free consultation. If you qualify, they may even be able to qualify you to reduce or eliminate all the taxes you own. So look into it. It's not going to cost you a damn thing to just check it out. Don't wait for your next IRS letter. Call 800-905-8000. That's 1-800-905-8000. Or visit tnusa.com/RAV to talk to a real expert about your tax problems at Tax Network USA. Remember, take the pressure off. Let Tax Network USA do the work. Give them a call. 800-905-8000 or tnusa.com/RAV. So there you have it. In case you got some of those problems, get them taken care of. Call Tax Network. Paul Nolan is here. He's usually here on Mondays and Wednesdays. He's filling in tonight because Damon is away. And he's got some other great stuff that we want to make sure we get to. Paul, what else you got?
Well, I mean, we can start with serious news, or we can talk about little Jazzy Crockett.
Oh, let's talk about Jazzy.
I mean,
we haven't talked about her in a couple days.
Did you want to talk about, she was on the news recently, and she said that MAGA are the worst human beings on earth.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Would you like to talk about her latest political fallout, or would you like to hear about what the people on the street think about her?
Oh, what do the people on the street think about her, Paul?
You want to roll that clip? This probably took Aaron 9 hours to edit.
Jasmine Crockett just lost her congressional seat. I couldn't be more happier. And this for all you other black women that start sentences off with, I'm a black woman. Like we can't see you. We see you. We know exactly what the you is. You don't have to state the obvious. Every last one of y'all that start off conversations stating the obvious that way, I immediately get in my bag, in my mental, and leave. Wrong with you? I'm not about to sit here and talk to a bunch of you sit there talking about something. I'm a black woman. As a black woman, you don't have to start a sentence off that you cuckoo dodo birds. You don't. Everybody with a pair of eyes can see you. You tell that to the blind man with a cane that you a black woman, that you need to support black business. Because if they walk in there and they see that you black, it don't matter. They already there support the business. Stupid mother. Thank God that Jasmine Crockett gone. I needed that.
Those 13 beeps.
Wow, that's a 13 banger. There,
57 seconds.
That's very James Carville-ish.
It's a good release.
Exactly. I guess people are over the Jazzy Crockett. Huh?
Look, they overplayed. The liberals have overplayed their hand. Black Lives Matter has overplayed their hand. Woke people have overplayed their hand. They gaslighted us so many times. They told us the wolf is crying, and it doesn't work anymore. We're not doing this. It's over. You got us for a little. Okay, I'll play along, and then it was just like, shut up. You're wacky.
Yeah, it's called fatigue.
I mean, and it's not just that. It's the complete lunacy of the left. Think about it. I think J.D. Vance nails this in this clip here. Aaron, if you got that queued up, J.D. Vance makes it very clear that all the left has to do is one simple strategy.
The dance question. I mean, look, the autopsy for the Democrats, some free political advice from the President of the United States is stop sounding like crazy people. That really is all it is. I mean, this idea that Gavin Newsom is somehow going to mimic Donald Trump's style, I think that ignores the fundamental genius of President Trump's political success, which is that he's authentic. He just is who he is. You've got to be yourself. You've actually got to talk to people honestly about the issues. I don't think it's that complicated. Don't be a crazy person. Be authentic. unrealistic. If the Democrats did that, they'd do a hell of a lot better. But the thing is, the Democrats really can't help themselves. If you look at the transgender issue, they're still talking about letting, men play in women's sports. If you look at the crime issue, they're calling Donald Trump a fascist for taking action that in 9 days has dropped armed robberies by 55%. So part of sounding less crazy is being less crazy. And if the Democrats were less crazy, I think we'd all get along a whole lot better.
I'm not trying to pick on California because I am a member of the California bar, so don't get me here.
Yeah.
That's right on.
It almost sounds like common sense.
And that's why Trump does so much. That's why he trolls them so much, because he gets them to act even dumber than they already are.
Right.
So it's really political genius, and it's hysterical.
Especially when you talk about some of the issues, like these 80-20 issues that's become the vernacular. It's like, well, it's an 80-20 issue. A lot of these are like 99-1 issues.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, it is so obvious that you don't want to support criminals. You don't want more murder. You don't want more robbery. You don't want the craziness. But they can't, like he said, they can't help themselves. They have to do it because he triggers them. I think that's probably the best thing, is that one of the best things that he's done, aside from exposing the media for who they are since he came down the escalator, is exposing these lunatics as to who they are. Somehow.
I see Vin over there just ready to unload.
Somehow they just can't help themselves. They have to do it because they see him on that other side. Right, Vin?
Well, Donald Trump's been in the public eye since 1980, and he's been an outspoken guy since 1980. He was on one of the top TV shows in the world. It's all before politics. He said what he thought. He was on Phil Donahue way back in the day, laying out the same stuff he talks about now. Yeah. He was on Oprah, right, laying out the same stuff. They were cheering him. He was always outspoken. And the thing that JD said, which is really the final sort of word on the difference between us and the Democrats. And that is authenticity. Like, we actually believe in the things we talk about. We actually care, right? Yeah. We're actually real. He authentically believes that D.C. was running crazy. He had to fix it. He wasn't just politically trying to fix it. Immigration, the same thing. Everything's just logical. They are the most inauthentic group, and they're paying the price now. And hopefully they pay a bigger price going forward.
Exactly, and they will, as long as they continue to have people like Jazzy Crockett and Gavin Newsom with him now. Now he's talking tough. Now he's cursing. Oh my goodness, they're so fake.
He's cursing.
It's amazing. Yes, he's cursing.
My God.
Yeah. He's like Beto O'Rourke with the F word.
There's little evidence about his new team, by the way. I can talk about.
All right, so we'll touch on that. We've got some bank stuff that Paul brought to our attention. We'll do that next, and then of course we'll come back to KDJ and Vin down in West Palm, live from Studio 6B. Stay there. Chat. I'm in a chat.
Chat. YouTube chat creeping up on 500. We got 30 minutes to go.
That's it? Damn. Somebody says I stole a line. What line, Astrotech 2?
When I do my Facebook battles with people about Donald Trump, I get in these battles.
Said, by Queen. He said it like 3 seconds after I posted it. Dude, I didn't even know you wrote it. How could I have read what you write when
it's a good idea.
Most of this stuff because it goes by so fast.
It's genius because you all thought about it at the same time.
Yes, maybe we were mind melding.
Jessica Tarlov says the stupidest and most irritating things.
She really does.
She is always wrong and getting corrected.
Oh, she's nice.
She has to be embarrassed. Or she should just leave. That's my girl, Lorraine Donato. Well said.
Ken B 412. Milton Friedman was another great one that was on Donahue. Yes, that's probably everybody should have to go back, find that on YouTube, watch Milton Friedman with Phil Donahue, because Phil Donahue, nice guy, great show in his day.
He was a fair liberal interviewer, though.
Yes, but he was right, exactly.
He was
a liberal, but he was very fair because he was like, well, he would challenge it.
Yeah. And he would do that like Columbo-like question, and
right,
like him with the pencil on, on that allegory that Milton Friedman says about, I'll build him at a mousetrap,
right?
And the way, the other guy is greedy. It's just he's fantastic interview. But the Phil Donahue with Ayn Rand was an absolute must see.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I was watching today too, and I don't know if we'll get into this. You ever hear of the Y-Files?
I have not. I know you had mentioned it in the past.
Oh my goodness! They just did something on the moon landing. Oh, we didn't.
Oh, don't go there.
Oh boy!
Go to the moon.
Oh boy!
We didn't go to the moon. I was.
Next thing you're gonna do is tell me that the Earth is round. I'm so sick of you round earthers.
Dude, there's a reason. I won't go into that.
Wait, you believe in the moon?
I don't believe in them.
What did Brad say?
It's not a. It's
think
not
the Earth is round too.
It's not a natural. It's a
hologram. Don't you know it's a hologram?
It's hollow. Number one, it was placed there. I don't know. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night. Vinnie Mac's live from the West Palm Beach studio. Kevin Downey Jr. is here as well. You can catch his show daily, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern on LI News Radio, 103.9 LI News Radio on Long Island. And, of course, Paul Nolan is here. He and I were sharing something today because we were talking about this. Well, it was funny because last night we had Philip Patrick on. And we were discussing, Philip Patrick comes on from time to time, talking about gold and everything,
geopolitics.
But basically his thing is, talking about gold and silver and hard metals. But Paul engaged him in some other stuff regarding the big banks, and that's where we kind of, started focusing in on some of the things between the central banks. And then, of course, there was this clip that we came across. I think I came across it. I sent it to you. This clip on the gold standard. It's only about 2.5 minutes.
But it's worth parsing out because this is important for people who truly don't understand the root of all the evil in the world comes from the central banks.
Right.
And it's without that centralized power, whoever controls the currency, controls the people. What was it? Rothschild, which one of them said, I care not who writes the laws, I care who issues the currencies. Nothing else matters. Something along those lines. So
let's do that. Again, it's called the gold standard. Cut number 12. Here it is. Check this out.
America's gold was supposed to back the dollar. Leaving the gold standard was the most costly mistake we ever made.
What was so bad about gold?
It kept them honest, but they wanted power. You know, kid, folks today think this is just how life's supposed to be.
What do you mean?
Back in my day, one job could feed a family. My mother stayed home, father worked, and we ate together every night. Didn't realize how good we had it. After the World War, they promised gold-backed dollars, but they broke that promise. They printed paper backed by nothing, funded wars we couldn't afford and shouldn't have been involved in. But France caught on and sent a warship to get back their gold. Truth is, if more countries followed, our vaults would be empty and game over.
I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold.
Turns out, when you fake the money,
you want to pause
everything else follows.
Can we pause it there, Aaron?
So that to me, like right there in 71 was, essentially, they say most fiat currencies, truly that aren't really fully backed. And to be honest, when the first, dollar came out, when the Federal Reserve note came out, that was a big problem in 1913. So, like, what happens after 1913, right? We're getting into world wars. We get the IRS. We get, all kinds of manipulation in the market. So it was it was that time there was where the central bankers finally got their meat hooks into the American people.
Right.
But before that, we saw Andrew Jackson run on, I will take you out like you're a den of vipers with the central banks. And he got his life attempted on. You know, we've seen all throughout history, Lincoln gets popped because he creates the greenback because he couldn't get reasonable loans from the Bank of England and some of the other banks because they wanted 18 or 20 or 22% that would have caved in the dollar. So he created a greenback currency. And what they do, they immediately manufacture fake greenbacks, flood the market, devalued it, and ruined it. And, of course, he gets shot. But to me, this is really the root of the evil in this world because these people like the Rothschilds and all these families that own HSBC, they're still in power, but they're behind the scenes, and you just don't know who they are.
Yeah, and you know what? Before we even continue on, you mentioned those families. Do you know the name Warburg?
Of course. The Warburgs were also on Jekyll Island.
Which I didn't realize until I started doing some, you kind of pointed me in this direction to look into this stuff. Max Warburg, if you must know, real quick, little background. He was influential and contributed to the modernization of the German banking sector and their central bank. And his brother his brother Paul, best known for his pivotal role in creating the Federal Reserve in the United States. In 1913.
Yep.
So you have the Warburg in America setting up the banking, while the Warburg in Germany is setting up the banking. And what happened next? World War I.
Without a doubt. The Creature from Jekyll Island is a fantastic book. It gives you the history of how these central bankers all convened on Jekyll Island in the cloaks of secrecy. And they created the Federal Reserve there and then. And it was the end of sovereignty in America. It was legitimately the end, which was the birth of the IRS. And these people don't think in the plans of now or next week or next year. They're thinking 20, 50, 100, 200 years. These people have think tanks. They hire the smartest people. They have unlimited resources. When you're collecting $1 trillion a year in debt interest from America alone, mind you, keep in mind all the nations that our country has toppled did not have IMF central banks or BIS central banks, business of international settlements. All of those nations now have them. It's not a coincidence. Gaddafi wanted to create the gold-backed dinar to trade in oil. It would have destroyed our country. I hope. So is there a reason to maybe protect us that way? Yes, it's a bigger conversation for a bigger time. But the truth of the matter is it's all currency wars. And I think that we have to discuss it when we're discussing geopolitics because it's all rooted there in the people who run these machines through the Trilateral Commission, the CFR, the Council of Foreign Relations, the Bilderberg meetings, these meetings in Davos, the meetings at Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which is coming up in September. We will see these Fed chair people manipulate currency. Nations will devalue their currency in an effort to offset tariffs. It's an endless currency war which controls all of politics in this world.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue on with the video here.
You screw the next generation over, and it snowballs, kid. Prices shot up, paychecks didn't, life got tougher, and nobody knew why. We tried raising our kids the old way, but we didn't have the time or the money.
So you outsource parenting?
Yeah, I guess you could say we did. Government schools raised them, and the TV taught them bad morals. They learned debt, not savings. Bought houses they couldn't afford. Played video games. Gambling, antidepressants, and crimes. Families fractured. Divorce rates doubled. Birth rates plummeted. Things got so bad, people started financing Chipotle.
Financing a burrito?
Yeah, it's getting bad. Obesity, people eating cheap slop instead of real food. We got softer, sicker, and lazier. A nation in decline. But it didn't happen overnight. When Nixon left the gold standard, we traded sound money for a lifetime of debt.
How will they ever pay it back?
I don't think they plan to. Both sides keep spending like there's no tomorrow and leaving the bill to your generation. We didn't get it right, but you've still got a chance. So, take the reins, kid. Hold your ground and don't give up on sound money.
Yeah. Powerful video.
Yeah, and I do believe Trump is more than aware of this. He has talked about the central banks. He's talked about, the danger of the Fed. He's talked about a full understanding of this concept and what he really looks to me like he's doing. He is he's at war with the Fed, and I believe that he is creating a parallel economic system that will slowly be walked into a back dollar through a basket of currencies, including silver, gold, and crypto as the reserve, and it'll really give the nation a big boost because it would easily allow us to save $1 trillion a year in interest and less income tax for the working man.
Right.
Yeah. I believe in Trump. I believe that's going to be the ultimate victory of this administration. I believe that's the direction he's going. And I think that's the only thing that could save America at this point is deconstructing the central banking system.
Yeah. Ben, you wanted to add into this?
Yeah, I not only, first of all, this is really eye-opening stuff. So, Paul, I know you talk about these things a lot, and every time I really pay attention because I haven't been as in tune with these types of things, and it's a real education, frankly, and it's eye-opening. And it just leads me to believe that Trump's very aggressive push in crypto is one way of sort of trying to disrupt the playing field enough where then he can come in and maybe make some of these maneuvers, because the crypto is something they can't control right now. It's something that he's embraced within, not only the United States, but globally. But I think he's using that and his narrative on that more so, to try and level the playing field here a little bit if he's going to actually have a shot at fixing what you just noted.
Well, well said. And that didn't take you long to learn, Ben. It's impressive. So, I appreciate you chiming in on that. And I just, just got to stay hopeful, right? I mean, it's really all we have at this point. And he's given us so many victories on so many levels. And, I just don't see any reason to not believe, he's on top of this. I just can't help but believe that he's just going to get a couple wins and watch it all get rolled back when he's gone. I just don't see it happen. I think he's going to have a final legacy that's marched through history.
Especially with the people that are now in the administration. You look at the work that Tulsi Gabbard's doing. I had no idea she would be this aggressive this great.
Yeah.
I feel like she's an A++ that we didn't see coming.
Fairness, right? Maybe Pam Bondi's making a little bit of a comeback.
A little bit of a comeback, but I think it's because she's staying off mic. Stay off mic, do your job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Because you don't know how to verbally. She's not good at selling the message. She just can't sell it. Kash Patel was out there today selling the message. Tulsi was out there again today selling the message, doing it, succinctly, confidently, without any gaffes, without any problems. That's what we need. And you look at J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
His interview that we just played a clip of. I mean, he's got rock
president
stars
written all over.
And then you've got this Jerome Powell. He's got this Lisa Cook, this Fed governor, who's now accused. She's under federal probe for what she's been up to. Again, cooking her books, trying to get away with mortgage fraud. And he's got Powell behind the 8 ball, so to speak, because this guy's got to do something about this Fed governor, or else everybody's gonna stop taking this guy seriously.
Yep, I think he's gonna be gone before the year ends.
Yeah, especially because Trump is already talking. He's like, I'm going to start interviewing people.
Yeah.
If that doesn't tell you, time to go, dude. Nobody's going to be paying attention because people look to the Fed chair, and if he's been detoothed like Trump is doing to him slowly.
If I could just chime in real quick, because we got to go to break. What I think Jerome Powell deliberately is trying to sabotage Trump's plan, and it's very obvious to me because we could easily lower the rates. If he lowers the rates, think about how much power that really slides into Team Trump and all of his people, like going head to head with the Fed at this point. Because if he's able to then use Treasury money and using other forms of assets to buy even more crypto, he's really arming himself. They need America broke. They need us exhausted. They need us working 60 hours a week. They need our wives working. It's I think we're watching a war without seeing a war.
Yeah, without any bullets being fired.
Yeah.
But, it's a war for our future. And hopefully we have the right general leading the charge. All right, we'll take a quick break. Fast hour number 2. We got one more segment to go. Man, on a Thursday night, we'll go around the room one more time to both Kevin Downey Jr., Paul Nolan, and, of course, Vinnie Mac down in West Palm Beach, sunning himself. We'll take a quick break, come back. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. Stay there. All right, chat, live in the chat.
Yeah, Lori Lee says we've been fooled for centuries. She said it's just dead on.
Hey, share that video, by the way. Everybody's asking for it. You know, you can share it
I
on
put it
X
on my
or,
it's on my social media. I don't have a lot of people on Twitter, so if you don't mind,
I'll share it.
If you don't mind giving me a follow, I would like to get. I think I'm at just over 2,000 now. I used to have a lot, but if I can get a follow at Paul_eggs Nolan on X, I'd appreciate a follow. Thank you.
Yeah,
and I follow back, by the way. I do my best to follow everybody back.
What a gentleman!
Oh man,
that's what I think. I think that's the proper etiquette.
Now there's new information coming out about the Rendlesham Forest incident.
About what incident?
So we got Christy in
Rendlesham
the chat.
Forest. It's the UK's Roswell. New information coming out.
That's a subject I really know nothing about. I know Roswell, but I don't know anything about what you just said.
Rendlesham Forest.
Yeah,
they had a landing there where the witnesses said three childlike sized people came out.
New Jersey girl. Really glad you read that book, and sorry for your loss. There's a fantastic movie. I've tried to get Bill Still on. He did a movie called The Money Masters in 1996. It was 3.5 hours long, but then fantastic. He remade the movie in 2009 called The Secret of Oz. He condensed it to 2 hours and omitted some of the mistakes he openly admitted he made. But The Secret of Oz by Bill Still is, if you want to understand currency, is a absolutely fascinating and it's a must see in my opinion. It's a game changer.
It's a movie and
it's a documentary.
I can pick it up on.
You can get it on Rumble.
All right, check it out.
I think you might be able to get it on YouTube still, but it was pulled from YouTube because it hurt their narrative. But that to me is
not their narrative. Unbelievable.
There's another one by a guy named Jason Rabel. It was called Renaissance 2.0. Another interesting documentary on money and how it works. It's pretty. There's a movie called Monopoly.
All right, I just posted the money clip, the gold standard clip, on my Twix account. I'll do the same. I'll try and throw it in the Rumbles. I'll try to throw it in the chat.
Throw it in Facebook. Well. A lot of people on Facebook asking for. Are you on Facebook, Delgado?
From Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night. Remember, tomorrow night we're going to be live in the studio, not at the America First Warehouse. All the guys are out doing other things. It's just going to be me and Vinnie Mac live tomorrow night. So it'll be interesting. We'll have some fun tomorrow night, so join us on a Friday as we kick off the weekend with him in a silly hat. Kevin Downey Jr. is here. You can listen to him tomorrow morning as well. But, Kevin, let's come to you one more time. What else you been working on, my friend?
Well, this comes from the party of love and tolerance, or as I like to call them, the Democratic diarrhea people. Here's what's going on. 6-year-old, there's a woman giving a little talk at her school board meeting. She said, this woman's name is Crystal Marole. She said, my son, 6 years old, was prohibited from sitting next to his friend on the school bus because that kid's parent had objected to my perspectives on certain things like politics. It says, my older son, his history teacher, labeled him a Nazi file simply because of his interest in history and World War II, as well as being part of the ROTC thing at school. He wants to go into the military. This is a conservative family, all right? Conservative family. And here's where it gets ugly. The kid in ROTC, his teacher voted him most likely to become a dictator and even printed out a certificate.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
And told the kid, come up here and take your certificate. You want it? Come on up here. You're most likely to become a dictator, you Nazi file. Now, keep in mind, this kid's in high school.
Has she been fired yet?
Not yet, but this is in Florida. So I got to believe DeSantis is going to lop off this idiot's head.
You would hope.
This is just sick. Remember, folks, high school kids, we're all insecure knuckleheads. And imagine coming up here. And the kid said, no, I'm not coming up. I'm not playing this. God, you're a conservative. Get up here. Get your certificate, most likely to become a dictator, you Nazi file. And the 6-year-old kid, imagine that. You can't sit next to your friend because his mom's a conservative. This is, folks, this is the party of tolerance. There they are, the party of tolerance and love right there. Provided, of course, you agree with them in every way, shape, or form. As a former liberal, let me tell you, it's like a cult. You have to agree to everything. You can't diverge at all. Now, let's just say you believe everything the left believes in, except you don't think that a man can be a woman. You're out. You're out. Your men can't give birth, you bigot. Get out of here. I was part of that. It's a cult, I'm telling you, folks. They're nasty, vile people. And thank God, if you look at them, if they're not having abortions, then they're cutting off their kids' wieners so that they can't reproduce. They should have been out of the gene pool by now. I can't believe they're going to last another generation. I don't see it. Speaking of generation, 29% of Gen Z is not with us today. They were aborted. Between 28 and 29% of Gen Z. Do you see that, Vin? Wow. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Wow.
Now, folks, remember they sold this. Tyranny always comes disguised as virtue. Hey, ladies, you don't have to stay at home with those nasty, smelly kids. Go out, work in a cubicle, and make crap money. There you go. Complain about it. No, this is all a Marxist plan to whittle down our population. And it's working fabulously. If they don't abort their kids, then they just say, well, Carl, you're Carla. And we're going to get you a little snip, snip here and a snip, snip there and a da-da-da-da-da-da. And that's from The Wizard of Oz, I think.
I think so.
It's a musical.
Do I got time for one more?
Actually, I got to go to Vin.
Oh, okay.
But where can people catch you when you're not here?
Oh, thank you. You can go, you know what? Just listen to my radio show. I give everything away there. You can hear it worldwide. Go to LI for Long Island, linewsradio.com. And if you got your phone, you got to tilt it sideways to hit the listen now button. And you can hear it there. You can get the app. And, sometimes the boys even show up.
Yeah.
Join me. That's our biggest show yet, response-wise, was with Slick and Big D coming on 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah. So there you have it. So make sure you join them at 103.9 LI News Radio. Vinny, Mac, one more time, run through what's going on in your head.
I think we should call him Kevin Global Downey Jr. I think that's a better nickname for you, Kevin. You got the Global Radio Show. Reaches everywhere. I love it. I love it.
I think I'm a globalist.
Okay. I won't say that. First, before I mention any news or anything like that, a very, very, very great man, a sweet man, a very fair man that helped a lot of people's lives. Judge Frank Caprio passed away. I don't know if you guys know who Frank Caprio was, but he was a judge who was on TV a lot. He was funny as heck. He was out of Rhode Island, and he had a heart, and he showed that heart on the bench many, many times. He didn't just let people go. He had a heart. He had conversations. He was a human, and he passed away. And I just wanted to mention that because we lose great people like that, and they just aren't recognized for the amazing things that they've done. So Frank, here's to you, man. Love you. A couple other things I have here. Did you guys catch what Lee Zeldin's been talking about the Inflation Reduction Act and Obama and Biden and all the funneling of money?
No.
I go back often to the great work that Elon Musk did with Doge. Great work. Anything you want to say about Elon, you can. What they did there, we're going to see those results soon, not only in potential indictments and criminal charges, but also in hopefully more savings if Congress can get their act together. But Lee Zeldin has picked up on that, and there was the Obama administration and Obama officials in this Inflation Reduction Act thing, they parked $20 billion at an outside bank, and they sent that money through 8 different NGOs. This is their way to funnel and wash money that were riddled with conflicts of interest everywhere. But so Lee Zeldin's talking about this with the EPA because he's looking into it because it's part of what his thing is. And he's like, where did all this go? And that's what Doge did. They followed the money, and we found out very clearly early on with Musk and now validating with Lee Zeldin that NGOs were the money laundering system the left used to take advantage of our tax dollars to put in their pockets, their friends' pockets, everyone else in their ecosystem.
Yep. Yeah.
So kudos to Lee. And I love Lee Zeldin. I thought he's a great New Yorker, great Long Islander.
He flipped New York.
Yeah. He lost by 4
came
points.
very close. Very close.
Very close.
Yeah.
And Vin, I do remember when Doge first announced that $20 billion, that was, and actually I think it was James O'Keefe actually caught one of the people talking about it on video, saying, we were throwing gold bars off the Titanic trying to get this money out of here
as fast
before the Trump administration came in. And so that's now where they tracked it. Yeah.
That's where it went, and Lee's exposing it. So one last point I want to make, and now we got to get to Paul and wrap the show up. But James Comey, his leaking, that's bubbling up to the surface.
Yes.
The Clinton Foundation, all the bad things they did. Why did Hillary say he's going to hang us from the trees if he gets elected? You remember that comment? Yep. That's why the Clinton Foundation paid to play. And what all I can think about through all of that, Christopher Wray. Where's Christopher Wray?
Yeah,
because he let it all happen. He didn't investigate any of it. Whistleblowers everywhere coming to him. Kash Patel just announced 10 whistleblowers for reinstatement and back pay. What'd they do? They fired him.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens there.
We'll see what happens. All right. Thank you, Vin. Paul, anything real quick?
No, I think Vin just covered it. For me, we talked about it last night, and Vin mentioned it now. Uranium-1 has come to the surface.
Yep.
Wiener's laptop is coming. Abedin is a scam. The inter-machinations of all of these people within the deep state, it's all coming out one by one. They're building a monster case. I do not believe for a second they're going to give up the treasure trove of information that has come from Hillary's laptop, because there's evidence there as well.
Right.
And the Epstein thing is not dead. And I just want MAGA to stay together, man. So when you see the divide and conquer, the algorithm's trying to split us, don't let it happen. Say something like, hey, I don't agree with you, MAGA, but I'll fight to the death, be a right to say it.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well said. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Kevin Downey Jr. Thank you, Vinnie Mac. And thank you, everybody, for watching. As always, we salute our military, active and retired, our first responders, EMTs, firefighters, police, ICE agents, everybody working the front lines. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And David Wiles. Prayers for Dave.
Yes.
And Alice and Tim watching outside in California. You know who you are, you patriots.
Yeah, everybody working the front line, everybody watching. Thank you so much. Everybody at home, everybody in the chats. We appreciate it. Of course, Aaron and Fran in the booth, Kevin Downey Jr., Paul Nolan, Vinnie Mac, and of course, everybody at home. Thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow night, live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. Peace.